What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to my rise to fame. So here we are now, 12th of August, which means we are 2/3 of the way through our first league season in charge. And has this, the middle period of the season been better than the first? It was important that it was, otherwise we could be looking at relegation. So let's go into the competition. Bang! Currently we find ourselves sitting in 3rd place. Now, there's a bit of a gap between us and HJK, even though it's currently just 2 points. They do have 2 games in hand on us, and they are our next match. So, we could find ourselves 5 points behind them, and they have 2 games in hand by the end of the day. And we could even find ourselves down to 4th. But there's no live call today, sorry. I should briefly mention that before I go into that. We have changed our fortunes around. We really have. Last time I saw you, we were in 8th. Now we find ourselves up in 3rd, which is a European spot. And I wouldn't say the league table or pushing for a league title is completely out of the question yet, but I'd say it's highly unlikely. To me right now, MYPA and HJK are currently running away with it. There's a bit of a gap, just like in the Premier League, there was a bit of a gap at the top for a long time between Chelsea and City before it was closed. So hopefully we can close the gap, like in real life in the Prem. But even if we didn't, and if 3rd or 4th was our end position, I'd be really happy with that, because it would be European football, and it just would be an incredible achievement. It would be. We have changed the club around, because bear in mind, last year, this very club that we're at finished 9th in the table. Now we're up into 3rd. We'd be considered the 3rd best team in Finland. That would be an incredible achievement. Don't get me wrong. Something as well, but I should have mentioned before I go into the fixtures, we do have our new coaching badge. We have now a National B license, so that's good. Hopefully I can see some coaching stats. Again, I'm not too sure what my coaching stats currently are, or were last time I saw you, so I can't really compare. But hopefully we'll see. Some of them stats have gone up or whatever. But yeah, let's go into the schedule and have a look at our mid-season form. And as you can see, there are so many more greens in comparison to the first third of the season. Bear in mind, it goes from this game all the way up to the Jaro game. That we've only lost 2 in the space of 11 matches. That we have done really well, and it's for that run of form from here to here that has really propelled us to where we currently are. So to start off, we drew 1-1 with Jaro. I was going to say with Ammo then. Ammo scored the goal for us, pulling us ahead before Jaro got a goal in the 50th minute to get themselves back on level terms. We then beat HJK away from home. We lost to them earlier on in the season 1-0, so we got our revenge against HJK. We beat them 2-1. Matthias Gallen got us back on level terms after they scored in the 18th minute, and then Charlie Taylor went on to score in the 58th minute to get us the winner we so desperately wanted. It was important that we beat HJK, and we did, from the fans' point of view and also league point of view. So, there was a chance today that we could even beat them. Following that, we had a 3-0 win against FC Inter, and it was the first time we ourselves had kept a clean sheet since the Lives game earlier in the month, so it was nice to see that. But yeah, 3-0, good performance. 14th minute, they got themselves a man sent off from 2 bookable offences in the 14th minute, bear in mind. So that's very quickly to get 2 yellow cards. We did also get ourselves a man sent off in the 63rd minute, but at that point in the game, we're already 2-0 up. David Ammo scored in the 49th minute, and we got ourselves a penalty, which Chisobla scored in the 53rd minute. So, when we did get our man sent off for 2 bookable offences, again in the space of 2 minutes, this ref did like giving yellow cards in quick succession. But yeah, once we got the man sent off, we were back on level terms in terms of players on the pitch. But, their disadvantage was that they'd already played about 50 minutes with a man disadvantage. They've had to run that little bit extra. And as a result, Cole Stockton was able to add to the goals for today and also get himself another goal for the season, giving us a very comfortable looking 3-0 scoreline in a game that we completely deserved a 3-0 scoreline, which is the first time I think we've won the game and actually completely dominated in the process of doing so as well. Following that, we drew 0-0 to FC Hacker. This was a game we did deserve to win, but it was a poor attacking performance, costing us the 3 points. But look at that, we were so dominant in this game. It was really good to see. Just a shame we couldn't find the back of the net. That was my only complaint there. Following that, though, back into goal-scoring ways, 3-1 victory over Honka. And again, it's happened before earlier on in the season. An away goal got ourselves underway. Hamo got himself a goal in the 58th minute, but that was after Cole Stockton had already got himself his first of the game before he quickly went on in the 61st minute to score a brace. Get himself his brace, I should say. And yeah, it's good to see Cole Stockton, after a shocking game in the previous one, where he got like a 6.3 rating, to get himself an 8.8, to get himself 2 goals, you know, shows he can play well, Cole Stockton. It's about getting it consistently out of him. But and again, another performance that we can be really proud of, with another scoreline that we can be proud of. Then IFK, who beat us 4-1 earlier on in the season, beat us 4-1 3 months ago. We smashed them 5-0. Cole Stockton getting his first ever hat-trick for SC Lati in the meantime, in the process as well. Matai Gallen getting us underway in the 13th minute, and David Amo scoring in between Cole Stockton's double and his penalty. So it was, again, another just sheer class performance, both attacking and defensively for us. You know, we took every chance that came to us, bar one. You know, pretty much all but one shot on target found the back of the net. And I'm not sure if that's a combination of good attacking and poor defending. I'm going to say both, because they didn't play well, IFK, but we had to be, you know, you still have to put in at least some level of performance to get 5 past the team, and we were just great. You know, we were just really, really good today. 5-0, and showing what we can do, showing what we could have done earlier on in the season. KUPS were next in a 3-1 victory for us yet again, another 3-1 victory. Could have easily been 4. You know, Tishobla missing a penalty in the 36th minute. Matai Galano gave us a lead. They did get one back in the 51st minute, so it was 1-1 for a long period of time. But yet again, another sending off occurring against us. And then Cameron Borthwick-Jackson got 2 corners from 2 penalties, 2 goals from 2 corners, there you go, in the 83rd and 90th minute to give ourselves a 3-1 victory. And a scoreline that again reflected how dominant we really were in this game. Again, another really dominant performance from us. Something that we can say in this second third of the season has happened. We've just been so dominant. VPS were next in a 1-0 victory, only getting 1 goal, but it was Cole Stockton with it, so it went to the right guy in my opinion. And again, just the performance was so good compared to theirs. But, you know, the good run of form seems to always have to end in FM, and NYPA beat us 3-0. We played top of the table, and, you know, they flexed their strength against us. They showed us what it means, or what it takes to be top of the table, and they beat us 3-0. I mean, we didn't help ourselves with a 5th minute penalty, and they did get 2 late goals as well, but it just shows maybe we aren't quick enough starting the game, and maybe we don't end games in the right mindset. You know, because even at 1-0 in the 85th minute, it should have been our game to go and get a point at, but we allowed them to get 2 more. And Bettino, I think it's pronounced maybe, getting himself a hat-trick in the process as well. It was just a poor game from us all round. And it's a shame to say that after we had that brilliant run of form. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games without a defeat. Even go to the past 11 games, only 1 defeat in the past 11 games. To go from that to losing 3-0 in a pretty poor performance is a little bit embarrassing, really. And then SJK followed that, and, you know, SJK, lucky for them, they met us at the right time. You know, we just come off our first defeat in a while, so the club sort of had to regroup and rebuild itself. Not rebuild itself, you know what I mean. They had to regroup, and SJK got themselves a 76th winner with their only shot on bloody target. Their only shot on target was a good opportunity. Don't get me wrong, it was a clear-cut opportunity, and they took it. They took it with all their might. You know, if they were only going to get 1 chance, they made sure as hell that they were going to take that opportunity, and they did. And again, it was defensive mistakes which led to the opportunity, but then it was also another pretty mediocre attacking performance from us, which led to the fact that we couldn't get a goal and at least get a point out of this game. Although based on the match stats, yet again, it was another really dominant performance. It's just that they snuck a goal in. And then very recently, we've got our first win in 2, which is nice. We've got ourselves a goal. We had also a youngster scoring for us, Carlson, 19-year-old, came through the youth system at this club. This is our second team, by the way, if you didn't know. I haven't really brought that up, though. There is a B team here, not a reserve team. For some of you maybe not know that in Finland. But yeah, a youngster, I put him on the bench recently because Dalavalle, who was a striker we had here, has complained and stuff and said he wanted to leave. And I think I sold him, actually. I should go into transfers. But yeah, so we had a youngster on the bench and he came on and scored a goal. So that's, you know, it was nice to see. But yeah, so it's been a really, really brilliant second third of the season. And one thing to me is, you know, I showed you this as well when I last left you off, I believe, just before the SJS, just after the SJK game. The tactic had clicked, and I said how important it was now that the club clicked and the players clicked. And you can see by the performances we've been putting in recently, there's no doubt in my mind it's clicked, you know. The players have now got used to their surroundings. The players are now able to work together as a team. The tactic is now familiar to the point where the players can play it naturally, and it's showing in the performances we're putting out on the field, and it's showing by the score lines. So now, to me, in this last third of the season, it's about continuing that. Maybe even trying to go 11 wins out of 11, although I do think that's a bit of a push. Like I say, maybe even go and push for the league title. That is a distinct possibility with this season, which is great to say after our first third of the season, where I was saying maybe we need to be looking at relegation. You know, from that to maybe going, well, maybe we can even look for the league title and Champions League football next year. It's just a great contrast. But yeah, like I say, we need to improve that this form isn't just a temporary thing, and that we can continue to, you know, push on. Because with Wuhan, you know, we experienced that. We experienced the first half of the year at Wuhan where it was brilliant. It was fantastic. We got ourselves up into 4th place. Second half of the year was shocking. Then the rest of my time there in the second year was equally as bad as the second half of the season. So it's about continuing it on and proving that we actually have class and not form. Although a bit of both would be nice. But yeah, let's go on to transfers, because a transfer window has come and I completely forgot about it. And it's something I should definitely talk about. So yeah, like I say, we sold Dalla Valle, who spoke out and said, "Look, I'm not playing enough first team football. I want to leave." And I was like, "Yeah, look, I don't really want you anyway. I'd rather put a few youngsters on the bench, which is what I've done." So I picked up 30k for him. Also, as well, we sold our backup left back. Again, he sort of spoke out and wasn't getting enough first team football. I didn't particularly like him anyway. I didn't really think he was a good enough footballer. So 60k, he's gone out to Sweden. I believe OPS is Norwegian as well. It's actually Finnish here in the 2nd division. Shows how Lauri Dalla Valle is actually how good he is. And then as well, we sold another player who is someone I don't recognise. So yeah, he was a backup player. He played once for us in my time here. But yeah, he went on for 10k, which is actually profit from what the club brought him for. So I think we did really well there to actually get profit for a club in the 2nd division. But yeah, we do actually have one sign to talk about as well. It is Jordan Legborgen. I'm not too sure how to pronounce this. He is from Guadeloupe, I believe it's pronounced. I could be completely wrong there, which is a French, well, a former French colony, which is why their flag is pretty much the French flag. And or they can't. They're not still. What? I don't know why they have a French flag, but it's a French flag. They speak French, you know, for all of that. So it's definitely a French name, which is why I'm not too sure to pronounce it. But this guy, 22 years of age, looks like a really good defensive midfielder for the club. I felt the defensive midfield role could use some improvement, which is why we've brought this guy in. We did, if you can remember, obviously, sign Alexandros Tsizolis to playing that role, but he's 33. His performances are not particularly great. So I think with this guy, we can put in some better performances. Yet to play for us. That will be coming, of course, in the last third of the season. We'll hopefully be incorporating him into the squad. But, you know, not really had much experience first team football. So fingers crossed he can perform here in this league. Reports-wise, he's a good player for this league. You know, he's a leading Finnish league player. So that is actually centre mid. He's a leading defensive midfielder in this division. So I don't see why he shouldn't perform. You know, it's just about getting it out of him. And like I say, he's only signed recently, so his first game, I think he's actually in the starting lineup today, I believe. Yeah, I put him in. So, yeah, Jordan Legborgen, maybe, he'll be coming in and playing against HJK, which is a massive result. Like I say, no live com today. These are being pre-recorded, so, you know, I don't live com with the pre-recordings. That's how I do things. But, you know, once we catch up to the pre-recordings, live coms will be returning, which I believe will be about 5 or so episodes, maybe, I think. Maybe 6. I think that's when I finally catch up to myself. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. But yeah, let's. What else can I go through? I don't really know. Really, actually, there's something I can go through. I haven't looked at awards because I'm so used to not actually having awards with Gibraltar. I don't really look at them. But yeah, Manager of the Month. We have never picked it up, which is a shame, really, especially when we had our good form. Player of the Month, or that's most Player of the Month. Sorry, that's most. Player of the Match, sorry, that's not even Player of the Month. This is Player of the Month. Cole Stockton picked it up in July, which is the month just gone. So, you know, it shows what his change of form has been like. 6 goals in 6 for the month of July, which shows Cole Stockton is on great form right now. Can't also take away from Borthwick Jackson, who is the leader in our defence. At just 21 years of age, he puts in such senior and experienced performances from someone his age. Someone with, you know, his first team experience, which I think is was non-existent before this club, which is, he's only ever played 5 games for Antwerp. So, yeah, it was good to see that he's getting recognition there. Young Player of the Month, is there a Young Player of the Month for this league? Goal of the Month, we've never picked it up. I don't think there is Young Player of the Month. No, there isn't. There is Team of the Week, though, and Team of the Month. I think we can only see Team of the Month for the current month just gone by, which we can, but there you go. You can see that Matthias Gallen, Jamie Allen, David Amo, Ahmed Fields have been really good this year, really good this month. And like I say, it's about continuing it on throughout the rest of August, throughout the rest of September, and then also in August, in the last month of the season. So, yeah, also as well something actually, HJK should be in Europe still. They are. So, maybe HJK will actually have a Europe. There you go. They just played a European game on the Thursday. So, fingers crossed, Continental hangover. We can sneak in there and get ourselves a win, which would be brilliant for the fans and also our league position, because it would actually put us up to second place. Even though they're 2 games in hand, they're still second place, and that's not, you can't argue with that. A second place is second place, no matter how you get it, no matter what the other teams' positions are in. But yeah. I don't know what else to go through because there is really not much. Finance-wise, the club is losing money. But the only way I can really see us, sorting that out is European football, which is what I'm aiming for now this season. European football is going to be the target. And the reason I say it's the only reason is because I don't want to have to sacrifice my starting 11 to sort out the finances here. I mean, I wouldn't mind sacrificing my backup players because I don't think some of our backup players are particularly good enough. Like this guy, £575 a week makes him one of our highest paid players. Not good enough. I'd rather see him go on the, get out the team, put a youngster on the bench. For example, look, so far this year we've got 3 on the bench regularly since we sold a few players have been youngsters. Henrico Ojala, who doesn't look particularly bad, he's got a bit about him, but physicals and stuff. We've got areas we can definitely grow. We've also got Yuri Karasson, 19 years of age, who scored that goal, of course, previously. He looks like a decent player. A target man as well, which is what we play up front, which means he's ideal there, but he can also play on both wings, which means, again, as a substitute, he's actually really good because we're winning a game, maybe 3-0, 2-0, shove the guy on for the last 15-20 minutes. But if one of the front 3 is getting tired, give him that experience, slowly expose him to the first team football. And also this guy who looks like our best young prospect, Arto. I have no idea. 18 years of age, centre attacking mid, which we don't play, but I'm getting him to play centre mid, and again, I'm slowly exposing him to first team football. 3 appearances in the league as a sub. Whenever the midfield is not paying well, or I feel they could do with a rest, one of them comes on. But yeah, there's one thing I need to mention as well. We did change our tactics away. A 4-3-3. I should have mentioned that. We decided to. Or did we have that last game? Or last time I saw you? I can't even remember. I didn't go over my tactic last time. But this was a formation I used, I think, like 2 FMs ago, and I found loads of success with it. I think I helped a team get from the South to the Premier, from the Conference North-South, I think it might have been South, all the way up to the Premier League. And I think it was with Ebbsfleet, actually. No, was it Ebbsfleet? I can't even remember. It might have been someone else. I can't remember exactly who it was with. But, yeah, I did. It might have been Billericay, actually. Billericay Town back in FM 13. But yeah, I helped the team with this formation, and to me, this formation has the makings to be a really good formation, and it's currently, obviously, it's working. It's paying off. We're playing a controlled football, which you can see in the matches, which is evidenced by how much we control games. But yeah, I do enjoy this tactic a lot, and if I find success for the rest of this season, I'll probably talk about it a little bit more. But this is gonna be it for now, guys. Next time I'll meet you back will be the end of season update. If there is a chance we can win the league title, actually, I'll meet you back. But until next time, peace out.